Buddy, well, hope you all had a great Friday. I just got back from a date night with my wife. It was kind of a last minute deal that came up. We were planning on doing some other things with some friends tonight, and it was, well, we haven't had a minute to sit down and talk for a while. Let's go out to dinner. So went and had a great time, really good conversation. Probably some of the neatest things that came out of it was it's interesting how, um, I guess the effect and the desire for personal development has begun to even permeate my wife's relationship just between the two of us. She was explaining some experiences she's had with the kids over this last week doing homeschooling with them, and some things that she's begun to realize about herself. And one of the biggest ones that we discussed this evening was cell phone use around our kids, and the discovery that she had with our son, where the kids began to feel that sometimes our cell phones as parents begin to be more important than actually paying attention and listening to the kids. So we're making some commitments and some changes about what we're going to do to change that in our home, how we're going to manage our cell phone time as adults, and how we're going to manage our electronic time as a family. So yeah, interesting stuff. It'll be exciting to see how it comes out, but it's really interesting to see how that all affects kids. Just the things that we grow up with, even as looking back over our childhood, we think of situations that happened that make us feel a certain way, if you will, that we're not good enough, not worthy of somebody's time. Yeah, we're not accepted, things along those lines, and we are able to identify the things that somebody else did that may have brought about that situation. But now to be able to look at it from the perspective of a parent, of what are the results of the actions that I am taking having on my children, and how they begin to think about themselves and the paradigms and the beliefs that are being ingrained in them as children, which will then carry on to their adult life. That is all being set now at this young age. So it's enlightening to both Jackie and I, and we got to become much more intentional, not only in our parenting, but also just in how we choose to live our own lives, and the behaviors and habits that we demonstrate to our kids. They learn from those. They pick those things up, and it shapes who they are. So yeah, exciting times. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out in the future. But it's exciting to get somewhat the whole family involved in this journey of personal development. So anyhow, you all have a great evening, and we will talk to you tomorrow.